Once the ewes have given birth in the big pens in the lambing barn, they go into individual pens where they bond as a family, and then they come into these areas, what we call the nursery pens. And it's where the lambs learn to find their mothers in a crowd. That's absolutely essential. From the individual pens, they then come into what we call the nursery. And so this is where the ewes and lambs are all mixed up. And the lambs have to be able to find their own mum in a crowd. They need to keep their bellies full of that lovely rich milk to keep them alive. And on a cold, wet night, if they lose their mum out in the field, they could die. So it's really important that bonding has worked well. And each family has got a number written on their side, the same number on the lambs as on the ewes. So over here, you can see little lamb number 54, and its mum will have 54 written on the side of her. If it's written in blue, we know she's got 2, so there's 2 54s. So now what we're doing, we're confident that the singles, the ones in red, have all bonded well, and we're going to turn them out into the field. And so what Alan is doing now is just bringing some of these ewes with their lambs through into this pen so we can load them up into the trailer and take them out into the field. Oh, they're so strong, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay. So on this ewe, we've got F. And then the same on her lamb. And they're a little family. They can go into the trailer. The ewes go in the back, and then the lambs in the front, so they don't get trampled on whilst they're travelling. So this is number 28, written in red. This is her little lamb here, and they've bonded well as a family. So what I've got to try and do is catch the lamb, and then hopefully she'll follow it into the shed. And I've got Ellen, who's very athletic, to lend me a hand. So when you're taking a ewe and lamb, it's really important to keep the lamb low down to the ground, because that's where the ewe is looking for it. There we go. That's great. So the ewe has hopped into the back with the other ewes, and I'll put the lamb in the front so he doesn't get stepped on during the journey. Okay. 3 ewes, 3 lambs, ready to go to the field. We've now arrived into one of our grassland fields called the Near Thorns, and this is where we've got a flock of about 30 ewes with their lambs already, but I'm going to turn out these 3 to join them. And what I want is for the 3 ewes to take their lambs away from the main flock initially, so that the lambs don't get lost in amongst all the other ewes, because if they get lost for the whole of the afternoon then into the night, they could start to struggle and even die. So it's really important that the ewes walk away with their own lambs. So here we are, I've got the first 2 lambs out with their mums. Just get the last one. And off they go. All 3 ewes have picked up their lambs and they're walking away with them. And this lovely green grass will provide lots of energy and nutrition for the ewes to produce delicious, rich milk for the lambs to enjoy and to grow. And the lambs will start to graze as well soon. And within 3 or 4 hours, the ewes will probably join the rest of the flock, and they'll live out here for the next few months.